Tuttie. Okay, so my high school experience.
Tuttie. She goes by Tuttie, and the name it sounds like fruity.
Grade 12s, why are you misbehaving? And the worst part was there were just 6 of us because we were so few in our form. So in our wing there were 6 grade 12 girls, and on the other side there were grade 11 girls. So the wing is literally like this, and it was just the Cold War, because this was Laura's room and I was across from her, and then she just used to play with people on this side, I just used to play with people on this side, and they never used to, we never, anyway, I don't know why, it just happened that way. Then Laura fought with Nancy, yeah, and then I mentioned Nancy, yeah, anyway, yeah, Laura fought with Nancy, and Nancy and I had been together since primary school. So she came to me and she's like, oh, I finally understand your frustrations. And so we became friends again. Then it turned out that Nancy was dating the same guy as my friend Sonda. That's her real name. Love you, babes. And yeah, it was just so childish because it had gone on for about 2 months, but because we never used to talk to each other, the guy was able to run game on both of them. Interesting and fun one. So I've climbed a couple mountains. Imagine that, city girl. Yeah, I climbed Mount Mumpo and Mount Sansha, and you can die, you can really die. So Monty God, thank you for preserving my life through all these expeditions that I did. But I want to talk about Capisha Hot Springs. It was so nice. And then we went whitewater rafting, something I'll never do again. And then the tide, I don't, yeah, it's a tide, the raft that we were in capsized, and then it was pushing me this side, but then everybody else was going, the river was going this way. Hey, it was on the 5th of March, my mom's birthday, I remember. I thought, oh my gosh, my mom will never celebrate her birthday again because I'll die today. I'm going to die. I'm going to drown. And I have an irrational fear of drowning now because of that experience, even if I'm such a good swimmer. I'm such a good swimmer. But speaking of expeditions though, when I tell people this, I never tell people this because it's the most embarrassing moment of my life ever. So it was in AS, yeah, and there was some irritating guys in my class, so I'd always be telling them off. I'd always be, come back, Tuttie, don't mess with me, you know, like all the time. I had, I think, the noisiest guys in my group, unfortunately. We ate noodles, we ate pasta, we ate with minced meat, right? We ate chicken, and then the noodles had tuna, mayo, sweet chili, baked beans. I don't eat baked beans, maybe because of that experience. So yeah, we ate, we were full, time to sleep. I entered my sleeping bag, and then hay fever or whatever it is, I start sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! And then I farted. Most embarrassing moment of my life. And okay, the goodness was that nobody knew it was me. So everybody was laughing. Unfortunately, I was next to my friend Arisa. Sorry, B. I was next to my friend Arisa, and everybody thought it was her. So Arisa. And she's like, you guys, it's not me. So they laughed for a good 30 minutes. And then I felt sorry for her, you know, the humane thing to do. So just like, you guys, why are you acting like you've never farted before? We all do it. Oh my gosh, they laughed for another hour after that. And it was very embarrassing. When I got back to school, even the people who weren't in our group knew about it. And I got myself a nickname. They used to call me Boom. 2009, I was actually in Form 3, grade 10. And on the 21st of September, I decided to write in this book. So let me just read it to you real quick. And it was just shorthand proper, just in sleeping bag, not bed, with Lulu and my tent, and it's real cold. I miss home and Chengelo so much already, Exe. My day was I guess the Waterfalls was really beautiful. I missed Charles, that was the guy, a little too much because, okay, that's not his name, but yeah, I missed Charles a little too much because I've been a bit sad, Exe. So yeah, Charles, what can I say? I don't know. One day he just came and started following me at prep. So we used to do our prep from the classrooms, and every form had a different classroom at which they could do that. So guy just started following me, trying to talk to me. Hi, how are you? This was in term 2, at the end of term 2. And then when I told him I wasn't interested in him, eventually he was talking about green light, red light, and I said, dude, I don't want anyone to get the impression I'm giving you green light because I'm not. And then he just ignored me. Like on sports day, which was the next day, I was sitting here, my friend was sitting next to me, and then he came and started talking to my friend, chatting, and he completely ignored me. And I was like, wow, it really took it hurt. Yeah, so that was when I realized that, okay, maybe I do like this guy. And eventually I told him, and I don't remember how he asked me to be his girlfriend, but he did. And then it was nice. We used to go swimming, we used to, I think, play video games. It was very nice. The day I went to see him though, and then his grandma was visiting. Oh my gosh. She opened the door and she's like, who are you? So I'm like, my name is Tuttie. And she's like, and? You know, like, she didn't say it, but she looked at me like, and then I just said he had a friend visiting. So I was like, oh, I'm Max's cousin. And then Max came. He's like, oh, hi, Granny. This is my cousin. Oh, saved by the Malawian. Oh, my gosh. Because she actually told the house help afterwards. She was like, if Max didn't come through, I was going to beat the shit out of her. Yeah. But anyway, it was funny. It was really funny. There was a time, like, on Facebook, I used to put, like, in a relationship with Charles. I used to post pictures and stuff. And my mom saw it using my younger brother's Facebook. She told my dad's sister to tell my dad so my dad can raise me up. My dad raised me up, you guys. He was like, you're so young. Me only have 3 children. I'm not going to look after other people's children. But yeah, but I didn't mind much because I was so madly in love. Infatuated. And then Charles went away to school, and yeah, we would talk. I remember on Valentine's Day, he said, my Valentine is 9 hours away, but my heart is shining. He was a rapper, so he was good with words anyway. But yeah, but eventually, shortly after Valentine's Day, actually, man sent me a message like at 4 in the morning. I was like, Charles, do you know what time it is? And I always imagined that was how he said it, but it was via text. He's like, hey, do you know what time your messages reach this side? Okay, what's up? No, we need to talk. What are we talking about? He's like, I love you so much, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to love you for. Okay. So I think it's best we break up now so that I never have to find out. Ooh. I went home. I was staying at my cousin Margie's house. Yeah, I was staying at Margie's house. I didn't even tell anything because I was so hurt. I think I was so shocked as well. So I just said, oh, I'm going home today. Okay. As soon as I reached home, I started crying. It was terrible. I noticed that when I'm heartbroken, I lose weight. I should probably get somebody to break my heart now. Need to lose some weight. But yeah, that was my first major heartache. And then he got into a relationship like 2 days after that. So that was sad. But it was a learning experience. And we're cool now. We're actually very cool. Sorry, Charles, you know yourself. To my first week at Chengelo. From Princess. I used to call my diary Princess. 9th January 2007. Hi, I went to school on Saturday and it's a lot of work. I really get tired, but that's life. I'm in grade 8 now and I'll be done in about 5 years or so. And I wish at this point somebody who could have told me that the years would really fly by, because they did. On the 23rd, I wrote, hey, my best friend is Arissa and somebody likes her. Sonda likes somebody, and anyway, the whole list of everybody who likes everybody. And moi, I don't like anyone, but I think and are cute 85%. And some guy I don't really think is cute, but he alright. Problems. Laura and Wendy are giving me trouble. Laura, she went home because she was homesick. What a baby. And her dorm was tidy the whole time she was away. So I told her not to be untidy, and then she told the monitor that I called her dirty. Anyways, I'm not surprised because it's coming from a person who thinks ignorant means a person who ignores you when it actually means no knowledge about something. Okay, 2D2. Wendy, she's still a baby and in primary school. She's so rude, no respect for anyone, so selfish. Nobody likes her. Anyway, let me not tell you. On the 24th, I wrote, hey, I had an argument with 3 stone-hearted people, namely, and a very self-centered, idiotic, no brain, no sense in his head, a person whom my brother hates very much, Ken. Anyway, I have no time for rubbish people. Arissa likes... So anyway, I want to talk about bullying, and I think whatever, but in a lot of places in this, my diary, I wrote, it's not fair, because I used to get bullied by my peers, and bullying, no, they never used to beat me, but it was very emotional, very psychological. So I mentioned that Arissa was my best friend, but then I had another best friend from primary school. So and I went to secondary school with 4 other people who I had attended primary school with. Yeah. So when they heard that Arissa was my best friend, they didn't like it, and I don't know if I don't know. I said, why don't they want to see me happy? I don't know. They went and told her stuff, and then she comes to me and says, I can't be your best friend anymore. And then 2 days later, she's best friends with one of them. And yeah, when you think about it now, it's very childish. And I thank God I have the best friends now. But at the time, it was very painful. It was. And bullying comes in all forms. And I feel like if I had somebody older to talk to, somebody who I could speak with no reservation. I've always had a very open and honest relationship with my mom, but the type of stuff that I felt bullied about, mostly boys, and like when you say you like someone, next thing you know, one of them is dating that guy, stuff like that. I couldn't say that to my mom, obviously, but yeah, I just wanted to encourage everybody watching this video. We all have, be it kids, nieces, nephews, younger siblings, encourage them to be very honest with you. I want to give a shout out to my brother's ex-girlfriend, but she's not even that anymore because she became more like an older sister to me. This went on for 2 years. This went on for about 2 years, and I sat down with her one day and I said, this girl Wendy, I don't know what it is, she doesn't like me. And she was a queen bee, so because Wendy didn't like me, everybody didn't like me. They had a code name for me. They would have these meetings where they say TS as top secret, and then they'll come and have it right outside my door, outside my window. So they'll be shouting TS so that I know that there's a top secret meeting going on, but then they'll come and now start whispering so that I don't hear, but just to rub it in, like, girl, you can't sit with us. And it was very emotional. It was. I'm grateful that it made me a stronger person, because I don't fret about the small stuff like that anymore. Obviously, because I'm old now, I'm a big woman. But I stopped doing that a long time ago. So from this conversation I had with Sophie, she was like, this Wendy girl, can she beat you up? Has she beaten you up before? And I said, oh no, she hasn't. Is she taller than you? Is she fat? Is she scary? And she was a small girl, queen bee, but a small girl. And I said, okay, does she pay your school fees? And definitely not. So she said, so why does she have so much control over you? And I really didn't have an answer. And for me, the paradigm shifted completely. Total knockout of this oppressed, sad person. And at the time, I think I had my older brother was there, but they were petty things that I couldn't really complain to him about. So I can give an example of something that I complained to my brother about, and he actually came through. So I had this friend, her name is, oh yeah, I mentioned already, Daniela, right? When she just came to Chengelo. We were so close, thick as thieves, 2 peas in a pod. And then we were staying in the same dorm, and I think inevitably we started to bump heads and we were not getting along. So her older sister was in Form 3, we were in Form 1, and one Saturday afternoon, a group of grade 10 Form 3 girls just came to my room. They sat me down, started raising me up. My sister this, don't fight with my sister, what. Hey, girl cried. I was just like, okay, this I've never experienced before. So it was touching. It was. And then one of them was like a distant relative of mine. She's like, Kazi, don't cry. And that was it. And then she left, and I guess we got over it. And when I met my brother in the afternoon, I was like, Ubinga, you won't believe what happened to me. And I narrated it for him. And he's like, is that really what happened? I'm so sorry. And I thought that he died then. So after supper, I'm leaving the dining hall, and he's standing by, like, there used to be a flagpole on the way to the grade 8 girls hostel. So he's standing there, and he's like, Tuttie, come here. And then I didn't know that he had already told Daniela's older sister, the one who came to raise me up, to go outside also. So when I was reaching, Tuttie come hear me, I'm reaching, and I was reaching. Hi, how are you? And then she's also going there, I'm fine, how are you? Then he raised her up. Hey, but Daniela even fainted after hearing of the sister admin raised up. So yeah, my brother was my G, but he was only there for a short time. And also, in grade 8, he used to come and talk to me all the time. And I think he made my transition from day school to boarding school so much easier. But he went and got a girlfriend, and I was alone. And you know why it's so important for these younger people to be honest is because you can really help them. I want to give another shout out to my aunt, right? So my cousin was a year behind me, same school, and he was being bullied thoroughly, and the teacher wasn't even helping because there was this scandal going on in the newspapers, like in our family, and he received the heat of it. And so he was telling the librarian, sir, is it okay if you like hide these newspapers, because my friends are now bullying me? His friends were legit bullying him, like ruthless. Oh, kids are so ruthless. But anyway, yeah, like it was so bad. And one day I was walking somewhere and he was walking the other direction. We met, and I was like, oh hey, how are you? He's like, can I be honest with you? I'm not okay. This is what has been happening to me. And when I told the librarian, this is what happened, and he just started crying, and I couldn't, man, it really broke my heart. The same day I went to go tell his mom, this is what is happening. The very next day, that was a Saturday. Sunday, they drove to the school and they pulled him, you know, like they spoke to the teachers, and the teachers said we'll do something about it. I don't know if the guys got like reprimanded or anything, the ones that were bullying my cousin, but it wasn't enough. It really wasn't enough, and it would have only gotten worse afterwards. So they pulled him out of the school and took him to another school, and my Brother is living his best life. He has been. He graduated from a different school. He made new friends and he was happier than I had ever seen him. So I do hope that you can be that person for your person who is being bullied, that you can be the person that will throw them a lifeline. Yes, when they're being bullied and clobbered, beaten physically. It never happened to me, but I know it happened to both my brothers. My brother is 3 years older, my younger one is 4 years younger, but in both their times we all went to the same school. They had been beaten physically, and I think it's something that's not taken very seriously. And because it's never been taken seriously is why we had instances like the one that was circulating in the news where the Caucasian guy was beaten up. But generally, my high school experience, but it was nice. It was a growing experience, and I think I've come out much stronger. I'm more confident. I'm shy, yes, but I'm more confident in how I speak because as a prefect, you have to give announcements at assembly. So my public speaking skills definitely improved. It was a Christian school, so we had church service in the morning. On Sundays, we had a fusion, like a youth service in the evening. And I think kept me grounded. And there are a lot of things that I learned at Chengelo that I still apply in my daily life. And I'm very grateful for that. And I hope that your high school experiences really shaped you to be better people. And if you were the Wendy, or if you were the Charles, or if you were the Tuttie, whatever the case may be, I really do hope that you're a better person today. I hope that's inspiring. Oh, please like, subscribe, share. God bless you guys. Welcome. Oh, I mean